The Story of Yahoo by Peter
Yahoo.
Stevens.
Okay. Yahoo was one of the early success stories for Agile. And they figured out fairly quickly that the productivity improvements of going Agile were, 10 times the cost. And so they said, we want to have all of our teams changed over. They hired 50 coaches. They were very, They were very consequent about getting Agile in place. And they were quite successful at it. And they stayed that way for a couple of years. But at some point, and I don't really know the details of how it happened, or why it happened, but I do know what happened, that somewhere up in top management, they became uncomfortable with all this agility stuff going on, and they started reestablishing the traditional command and control approach to management. And this had a very interesting side effect. Their people said, no way. And they actually had problems with the company hemorrhaging their top staff because they weren't prepared to work in a non-agile way anymore. And we also know what's happened to Agile in the meantime, to Yahoo in the meantime. They used to be one of the top companies, top internet portal, and now they're probably 4 or 5 behind Yahoo behind Google and Microsoft and 1 or 2 others. Not even to mention places like Facebook and Twitter. They just kind of lost it. So this is, and this is where it's not going to make a good blog because I've lost the stunning conclusion. Anyway, I guess to conclude, what I would say is Yahoo is a warning that just because we're doing Agile, and even if we've got Agile in a significant part of the company, it's got to take root. It's got to become part of the DNA. Okay?
And that's to your point of that these 5 interlocking principles of traditional management will reestablish themselves.
They will reestablish
and this is an
themselves.
example of a pattern where a successful company still reestablished itself even at the cost of the company's success.
Yeah.